The fifth and final step in verbal active listening is to summarize. Now, this is not to be confused by paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is when you're repeating things back in your own words during a conversation just to make sure that the other person knows that you've understood them and also to make sure that you really have understood them. Summarizing is at the end of a conversation. It's a way to really close the door completely on the conversation for the whole group or for the individual you're working with. And the idea here is that you're saying, so, here's what I've understood. The so is important. This is really the sort of finishing things up word. So, here's what I've understood. This, and this. Now, obviously, later we're going to be talking about like writing these things down, but generally the fifth and final step of verbal active listening is really just summarizing the conversation that has happened. So everyone feels like, okay, the facilitator has understood, has spoken this understanding in a summary back to the group. Now everyone in the group understands, so we can close the door and move on. Moving on is the key here. As a facilitator, your job is to keep the entire conversation moving, to keep the workshop moving. But if you can't close the door, people can't move on. So you have to summarize the conversation. So here's what I've understood. Is there anything I'm missing? That's something you can add to the end just to make sure. But that's really the perfect way to finish things up, summarizing. So those are the steps involved in verbal active listening. Now let's go to the slightly more difficult to quantify non-verbal. Let's do this. Great stuff, verbal active listening. So I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope it gave you a good overview of verbal active listening. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a like because it shows the video to more people on YouTube.
What if leadership growth and resilience fit right in your pocket? Meet Kai.ai, psychologist-led AI-supported coaching that helps your people thrive. Track progress, unlock insight,